It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.
Yo, man. Boom, it's Rusty. You can see we're going to be talking about Mall World today. So, welcome to the Public Access Podcast, the podcast on the Rusty Diamond Podcast Network, because it's my network, damn it. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I've had this guest on before, and I think we talked a lot about the GATE program or TAG program or whatever you may have called it. So, I've been talking about this a lot on TikTok recently, so I wanted to bring her back on, and because she's got a lot to talk about. And so that's what we have to talk about. So this is one of those episodes where there's a topic. It doesn't always happen, but this is one where it is. And then, yeah, here we go. I'm going to bring on my special guest. My special guest right here and right now. And my special guest is Angela Knight. Angela, hi.
Hey, Rusty.
Hey, okay. Thanks for being here. And we last time, yeah, we got to talk about the GATE program. It was TAG where I was, but we were close. We were, 10 miles down the Willamette River from each other. So I assume it was the same people that were administering it, because I'm not sure which places it was, and it seems like it's not as many schools as I thought it was. 'Cause I thought it was every school, but I heard it was not every school.
Hmm.
But I don't know about that. I don't know if that's true or not, or if that people got shuttled to other schools for it.
Yeah, I got bused. We got bused to the TAG center.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So we got bused out to on Columbia Boulevard, I think it's
Whoa.
Columbia TAG Center. At least that's what it was called. But yeah, no, we got bused to a different location so they
And
could do.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm done.
So okay, and so that's a fucking weird area of town too. Like that whole area out there is weird. Like the whole part from, I guess, from fucking Delta Park out past the airport, like it's just fucking odd. Everything back there feels fucking weird.
Yes.
And every time I go back there, I'm like, I don't want to be back there. And I couldn't ever fucking think about that until just right now, that like, that's a weird fucking part of town.
Yeah, and that's how this whole thing started, is on my leap year birthday in 2024, we were out at Salty's on the Columbia, and then driving back, I was like, oh, there's the TAG center. Let me make a video. And I was like, look, guys, this is where they took me for TAG. And then I drove around making the whole video, and that's how it started, this whole thing.
Yeah. And so, I mean, because you're about my age, I think you're, we're around the same, elder millennial age of people. And so, yeah, this was in Portland. And so we'll go back, if you want to go back and check out the old episode. I'm not sure what episode number it is.
Oh, yeah.
But just search Angela again. I'll link it. But because there's a lot of information there. And so since then, there's been, more on TikTok. There wasn't really spoken about very much since, but like, because there wasn't the Mall World talk until just recently, until within the last like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only been a few people talking about it, but it made it to both of us.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's telling you something. Yeah, it's odd. And so like, so you showed me these videos. So I think we should watch one of these so people can get caught up if they're not quite at that spot right now.
Yes.
So which video should I start on here?
Let's find one of those Okay, keep going down. The ones where she's in
This one?
Oh, and this
Or one of these?
That one's fine. I think that one that you just clicked on is fine. That the one that's totally white and black and it says
okay.
It has a little bit of a funny noise in it, but it does show a lot of the map.
Okay, well, I got the map then too
Yeah.
here. So
And this is the girl. I want to make sure you know this is
Okay.
the girl. Anyone wants to go search on TikTok, her name is, what is it again? Tiltonica. Tiltonica. Tiltonica on TikTok.
yeah. So then I should play one. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Also, there's one where she's.
I'm very.
Oh, shit,
I'm
hold on, sorry.
emotionally distressed by this. Like I've got a.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's fine. This is she's mad at this girl for not saying her
Oh,
name.
okay, then I can go back
Video. Yeah. Where
to
she's
that
wearing
other one.
a bonnet thing on her head. Those ones were pretty good when she was going live. Also, you can find part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on there.
Okay, let's see. Tiltonica.
Just pick one.
Tonica.
That
part
one.
1.
That, yeah, you could do part 1.
Okay. This right here?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to play this.
I dream of Mall World every night, and I made a map. Let me show you guys.
Okay, so this is like the full map. It's not very complete, but we'll start at the mall that's attached to like a hospital and a school and a parking garage. There's also the airport attached to the mall. And then back behind the mall, you have the amusement park, water parks, and like the literal ocean, cliffs. You can see it through the windows. You can see the ocean through the windows of the mall and the hospital. And sometimes you can see this in the background. Then there's the big theater attached to the mall, school. Everyone you've ever met is here in the theater. You have like an underground market, which is different than the mall. It's more like a flea market. There's infinite toilets. Anytime you have to use a restroom, it's like they're broken and they're all connected together. Next to the parking garage is like a really dangerous playground. And then you come to like the fairgrounds, the outdoor markets. There's like cabins. And then over here is like forest. And then outdoor concert and festival is going on. So this is like kind of grungy camping situation, campsites. Then we have the big non-functional highway that's kind of linking things together. It has abandoned cars on it. You have like walking caravans. You got people camping out.
I don't know why it does that. Yeah. I thought it was something wrong with mine, but it apparently just does that at the end of her video.
Okay, so here's what I have to say about this. All these fucking places are places that I enjoy, and I enjoy going to for some reason. Like I'm attracted to them. Like I don't fucking go shopping, but I like going to the mall. I'm like drawn there for some fucking reason. Flea markets, fucking the theater, like the school, the fucking all this shit, like the ocean and the fucking mountains and the forest. Like that's all right there in Portland. Like I mean, yeah.
Forest Park, going over the St. John's Bridge, a bridge to the Forest Park and the water and the rivers. Mm-hmm.
So is fucking Mall World Portland? And what is that, Lloyd Center? Lloyd Center's the mall?
Yes! Oh my God, yes!
Lloyd Center's the mall.
Whoa, I didn't even think about that. Because, okay, so have you actually dreamed about every single place on there, though, that you mentioned?
Not until I just fucking once I saw that, like I've never seen that video, and I haven't looked at the map in detail, but that's fucking Portland. That's 100% Portland. Mall World is fucking Lloyd Center.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. So when these first popped up on my For You page, I was just like, what? Like, what is this? Like, oh God, here's something else again. But then I actually watched the video, and as she's explaining these things, and there was like, I had 2 other girls in my thing that I saw videos on, and as they're explaining this stuff, I was like, I dream of that, and I dream of that, and I dream of that, and I'm getting chills. I'm like, I dream of that. I was like, what is going on? So it's kind of insane once you start looking at those videos and at that map, and as they're explaining these places. And I think that they're going to be a little bit different for everybody, because like everyone's talking about those toilets, and I don't remember dreams about the toilets.
I
So,
hadn't had them about the toilets until fucking 2 weeks ago, and that was the first time I've had the dream about the toilets.
oh, really?
Yeah, and it was like right before they fucking talked about it. It was like a day before, and I didn't
Whoa.
have dreams for a long time, and that was the first dream I had had, and I had dreams for like 2 weeks, and then I haven't had them in the last like 4 days.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, and me too, like, I used to be able to remember my dreams, but now I feel like, sorry, the camera, I have to like, with my phone this way, it's a little bit odd, so I'm sorry.
You're
uh,
good.
they, and by they, I mean the bad guy. And I'm not going to go into it unless you want me to go into it. I feel like if you're watching this, you probably, hopefully know what I mean by the bad guys. They do stuff to me as soon as I'm falling asleep. They force feed me food in my dreams, and I do not remember anything unless I am suddenly woke up while sleeping, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I just saw a snippet, and I have to remember to try to even remember anything. So they are literally doing the most so that I don't remember my dreams. Because I don't know if it's true or not, but they say, whoever they people, I don't know, whatever, they say that our dreams are really, really important. It's not even really like resting and going into dreams. Like it might be an astral plane, it might be another dimension. They might have created this whole mall world thing, and I've seen them before. They're force feeding me food right in my dreams as I'm going to sleep, and I'm like, no, 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 because they tell us that that's spells, that you're not supposed to eat or drink in your dreams. It's spells, it's contracts. And so then I can't remember anything. So I don't know what they're doing to me in my dreams or making me do. So that really actually scares me. And I'm trying to figure out how to stop it so I can actually remember my dreams. Because yeah, oh my gosh, this stuff is going on all the time. So, like, yeah, like I don't want to go too babble too long. Like, what do you want to talk about first?
No, that's all right. And like one of the things that I figured out was, as far as I know, I'm the only one that got into hypnosis, like being a hypnotist.
Mm-hmm.
And with so much of that, the the reverse side of, I tried to do everything that program didn't do. That's I don't know. Like I'm kind of interested now because I think this is fucking Portland. Like, and what the place for it, and Lloyd Center. Like Lloyd Center is like I worked at Lloyd Center. I worked at the pizza place. I think it's called Villa Pizza
And
up near the arcade.
it was right by the theater, and I worked at the theater.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So we would have worked like,
all the bathrooms.
yeah, it was right next to it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in the bathrooms. And there's those bathrooms right there.
Yep. Those bathrooms right there.
Those bathrooms right there.
Oh,
holy shit. Yeah, it was right next to the restaurant, like that little hallway. The restaurant backed up, like the employee door was right there where the bathrooms were.
Yep.
And the theater was, right next to it, right next to the fucking arcade.
Yep.
Which,
yes,
and that arcade was so out of place. Even like, I worked there in probably
the 90s,
2013 or something. And that arcade was still there. That arcade was still there in 2015, 2016.
And Orange Julius next to
and
it.
Orange, like both of those places. Yeah, Orange Julius was up over there. Orange, I think it was on the other side of the food court.
Yes.
Like on the far side, but it wasn't that big of a food court. It's just like sort of that big cutout where the stairs and escalators are.
Oh my gosh.
Which the escalators, that mall is fucking, that's the mall. That's the place. Mall World is Lloyd Center.
Oh my gosh. Because sorry.
No. And so it used to be an open air fucking mall too. And then they closed it.
Yep.
And they probably closed it around the time that I was in the program, and probably you were in the program. They made it, I was somewhere around that time.
Yes. Because I remember being a kid and going to the outside air, and then I don't even remember the construction or anything, but then all of a sudden it wasn't.
I don't either.
Yeah. Remember the construction?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So when I was watching her videos, because I went and rewatched mostly all of them last night so I could just get re-familiar with everything. When, like I said, when I was watching her videos, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I've dreamt about this, 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 and this. But like you just said, a lot of my experiences were more like Portland neighborhoods, St. John's neighborhoods, the theaters here, the basically like the neighborhoods and like a bus system. Because I don't yeah, okay, sorry, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but
No,
yeah.
no, no. I fucking rode the bus there for fucking 8 years straight. I didn't have a car from the day that Obama got inaugurated until September of 2017. I did not have a car. I took the bus fucking everywhere. Like I've been all over Portland on the bus, and like that's it's a good way to fucking get to know the
Oh yeah.
the area.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the Portland limo service.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I don't know, like I'm really fucking kind of blown away now. Like this, I wasn't expecting to get to that. And yeah, the river. What's your fucking favorite part of Portland, and what part did you feel most drawn to, or do you feel most drawn to?
Yeah, I was trying to think about that like last week. I like the rivers. I like the rivers, and then I like the different little neighborhoods, and then especially when they're like really neighborhoody, so there's like a lot of different food and coffee shops and community and people taking care of each other and stuff. So, but yeah, the rivers.
And I mean, the river is the Willamette, I think, is only one of two or one of three rivers that runs north to south, or south to north, with the other being the Nile. And there might be another one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
and yeah, and it's at the right there at the where you can either go out to the mountains or out to the fucking to the beach.
the coast.
The coast. Yeah, it's not a beach. Not the only beach I think there is Sauvie Island. I think Sauvie Island is the place. Like, I didn't really go there as a kid very much, or if at all. But then when I was older, like that became like I feel like that's a beach more than anything at the coast. Like if I'm going to, I would say like that, like where the naked part of the island is. I think that's like the only fucking beach that we have around.
Yeah.
More than, I don't know. Seaside is sort of, but Seaside's almost always not great. But I don't know, that part up there, I've been drawn to that. But I lived in North Portland. I lived downtown, and I lived in a couple places in Southeast. But yeah, I don't know. Where did you hang out?
My great grandparents came from Norway and landed in St. John's. So the whole family was in St. John's, North Portland.
My mom's parents were from there too.
My grandparents lived on Sobeys Island. So we were there also, down on the beaches.
Okay.
Yeah, my great grandparents had some property on the beach, but then of course when they passed away, other people in the family came and sold it, and they didn't even ask the rest of us, so it really sucked. So we actually did have some beach property on Sobeys Island. So when we were kids, it was great, and then they sold that, so that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I mean, I've lived, like I think like a lot of us, it's all packing and moving, packing and moving, packing and moving, packing and moving, packing and moving. Even in these dreams, I'm packing and moving. That seems to be one of my themes. Oh, and that's what I was trying to say. I don't know if all of my stuff is mall world, because a lot of it seems St. Johnsy and Portlandy, like you said. And so I was even thinking last night, I was like, well, I'll talk about some of this stuff, but I don't know if it's Portland or if it's mall world. So it's so crazy that you just made that connection.
And St. John's St. John's to Savvy Island to Columbia Boulevard. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I hung out a lot in that area. Like, I hung out there a bunch, and it's a weird area. It's cool. It's really cool. But like,
sorry,
what's that?
it's different. I don't think there's anything like St. John's.
No.
Mm-mm.
And
Sorry.
like, how much has changed and stuff too.
Mhm.
It's been, yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip. But I always liked being over there. I used to be able to take one bus to get out there from West Lynn, and then they
Oh,
changed the route. But I used to just be able to take the 35 and just go right there, or go through downtown, and then out to St. John's. It was a long ride, but
yeah.
didn't have to transfer. But there's with the training center being out there on Columbia Boulevard, like, because the shit that's out there on Columbia Boulevard out there is fucking weird.
Yep. Well, and then the airport's right there too. So you got
Right.
the Columbia River, Washington right on the other side, and then the airport's right there.
Yeah. What were your interactions with Vancouver and stuff growing up? Like, did you go to Vancouver at all?
When I was growing up, we always heard that it was cheaper over there. Excuse me. So, like housing and stuff was cheaper over there. But I think by the time I finally looked at housing to go rent over there, it was like comparable to Portland. And I mean, we didn't really go over there until like one of my nieces, her mother moved them over there. So then I was over there volunteering at her schools and stuff, but not really too much in Vancouver, even though it's literally right across the bridge.
Right. And like, I didn't either. I fucking went there probably 5 times in my life before I was 18. Like, and it was just always there. And it's like, what the fuck is this place?
Yeah.
Like, but it was, literally just across the river from down, not downtown, but North Portland.
Yeah.
And,
or
the other side by the airport on the 205.
Ooh, and too scary sometimes because it gets so windy up there.
Yeah. Well, and like, I feel like that drive is forever, no matter where you're going. Like, it always seems, especially like, and there's a part too between the Johnson Creek exit and maybe Gladstone or something. Like, that it will not be raining there. It'll be raining everywhere else, but then like through there, it stops raining, like through Clackamas and Milwaukee and stuff, and then it'll start raining again. But through there, it doesn't.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, now I remember there was a putt-putt golf place that was over in Vancouver, and that's why we went over there. And they had really good ice cream too. And I think that was it.
Yeah. And that was it. I don't know what the fuck else Vancouver was, but
their road, like, it's crazy over there. There's not enough signage. I always get lost. I always get upset when I go over there. I hate going over to Vancouver.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't understand it. Is it, maybe it's the, mall world thinking it's us deviating from mall world.
Maybe because also too, after one of her videos when she was talking in one of her videos about how her waking life is like mall world. And I was like, what if, because it got me thinking about like the upside down, in Stranger Things, they're saying, as above, so below, whatever. But like, what if we are actually in mall world, in this waking world, and then we still go to sleep and they're controlling us in a mall world? Because I know you said you had good dreams about it, but all of mine were terrible. They were all terrible, and I couldn't wait to get out of those dreams. So yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions with this mall world thing. That girl also made a statement that said that after she started talking about mall world, I forgot, we're not really censored, or are we?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay.
Or do whatever you want. Like, yeah.
Okay. I forgot. I was like, wait, I can't say that. I'm like, oh, she said that after she started making the Mall World videos, that the government had their shutdown. So she thought it was because of the Mall World videos, which of course anybody would be like, oh my God, you're so into yourself, blah, blah, blah. But
Wow.
if they didn't want us finding this stuff out and talking about it, I mean, I don't know. Who knows why they shut down, but she did make that comment. So
That was pretty close to the same time.
Which
That's
I thought,
fucking wild.
right?
Yeah, because then that can break out some of the like main energy people of the disrupt.
Yeah, because I don't know about you, but I talked about this on my TikTok, which I don't have another TikTok yet because I'm so tired of them banning me for no reason. It just gets so frustrating trying to spend all this time on videos and then they just ban you and you have to start over. I mean, I think after the 5th or 7th time, I was like, I'm done. But I will get another one going to see what happens. Sorry, now they're trying to wipe my brain. Where was I going with that? Like, I don't know about you, but on my TikToks, I was talking about like, we're on a loop. Like I've been on a loop. I called it a hell loop. Like it's the same shit every single day and you don't ever get ahead and they're always trying to keep you down. And it's just like, it's this stupid, silly stuff being on this loop. So I don't know, like some of this stuff really makes sense.
Yeah. And it was weird, like that we both got that. It both showed up in our algorithm. And I mean, it was fast too. It was right on. Like TikTok, I feel has better algorithm than fucking anything else. Like it fucking knows that shit really well. And sometimes it's a little interesting, a little fucking freaky. That it's like, wow, that's okay. You're there. And yeah, I'm interested to see what if anyone else is from Portland.
Yeah,
because I don't know if anyone said where they're from that I know of.
Live people on here?
No. If like people on TikTok, if we start talking with them, like, because I want to go and talk to these people and see where you live and at least tell them to. I mean, I just make a bunch of stitching everyone, just like, hey, check out Portland, Oregon from All World. Just take something to them and just see if anyone bites on it and just have those be all my fucking videos now.
I also found it really interesting. She made a video and it's called Mall World is Hotel California. And
right.
Yeah, and I found this really, really, and this is kind of going with what we're saying too. So she said it was like Hotel California. You can check out anytime, and these are exactly her words, the girl, Till Tonica. You can check out anytime, but you can never leave. It's a loop. You go, you get stuck and trapped. And I know you said you haven't seen Percy Jackson yet, but that's exactly what happens in the first Percy Jackson movie, which they are books too. They go to Lotus Hotel because they're trying to go get this pearl thing that they need. So they have to go to the hotel, but you get there and guess what? They feed you this little lotus thing. And guess what? It's spelled to keep you there in a time loop. And you literally get stuck there in a time loop. And they just keep feeding you these little lotus things to keep you there. Like, it's insane. So brought up Hotel California. And I was like, wow, that's exactly like that Percy Jackson. They get stuck there. And it's a hotel too. Well, it's a casino there because they're in Vegas. But yeah, getting stuck in a place and not being able to leave in a time loop.
So let me show you this then too. So this is Bathroom World. And so this was the other one that is that people I guess are looping on. And
I see. I don't ever.
That's good. It's a weird fucking thing to dream about, like dreaming about fucking toilets and stuff. Like it's fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, anytime I dream about something weird, I would go and look it up. I always look up, like, what does it mean when you're dreaming about toilets? What does it mean when you dream? pooped in a toilet, or you like, there's so many different things with toilets. Like, it depends, but a lot of the stuff is like emotional stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't remember the toilets from my dreams. But to me, that is like emotional, like the whole collective's turmoil and everything coming up. If we've got toilets overflowing, people are literally stuck. They're not getting through their shit, and it's all just a mess. So I
Yeah.
don't know what that means to me, but that's just me.
Oh, that makes sense. And I don't fucking understand what the hell's happening with it. And yeah, it's fucking pretty weird. Let me see if I can go to the next one here. This gonna
I dream of Mall World every night, and I made a map. Let me show you guys. Okay, so this
is astral projection. And you know what else I bet that place has? A train station.
Okay. The train station, that area is fucking weird. The north waterfront is fucking weird as shit. Like, and that's where, like, I had a buddy, he used to live over there, but he knew anytime he wanted to go there to fucking get heroin, he could get fucking heroin. And then he ended up getting it there. He was clean for a while, went there by himself, got some right before, hopped on a train and went out, and then fucking died. Went out to the coast. But it was always a weird area. He was like fucking, I worked out there too. They filmed the show Grimm out there, and they had a soundstage out there out on 23rd Northwest 23rd or 27th in Vaughan or Thurman, I think is what it was. And I used to be the security for that, and I would sit out there, and there was some fucking weird shit going on out there too.
Yep. Yeah, they filmed a lot of ones too. Oh, and also,
the house was out there.
Yep.
Out on or it was on on I don't remember, near MLK somewhere, I think. I forgot. But anyway.
Yeah, they did a lot of St. John stuff.
Yeah.
And also too, you just reminded me down by the in Chinatown where all the heroin is, and the bus and the train and stuff down there. Least we not forget the Shanghai tunnels are down there too.
Right. Yeah, the Shanghai and fucking Voodoo Donut. I'll bring that fucking area. The Shanghai tunnels, they're there. They're still there. They're still being used. I can not 100%. Yeah. But I think there's more than the tours. I think there's more.
Oh, I'm sure.
Areas.
Restaurants, they would drug them, and then the seat would just go.
Yep, and there it was. They didn't like saying that. That fucking just knocked her out. You can't talk about that stuff. That's crazy. Got a little bit too real. Too fucking real, talking about that Portland is mall world. Holy shit. Okay. So talking about the Shanghai tunnels, people dropping right there. She dropped right there. She fucking dropped as soon as she said, you fucking drop. And they go ahead and they take those, take your shoes off, and they have the bottom of the floor all covered in glass so you can't escape. And then they fucking send you on a slow boat to China. And you get shanghaied. So she left. She'll probably come back. I hope she does, because we're into something deep here, and there's still a lot. So, but maybe she's not. Maybe that is the end of it. I don't know. I don't want it to be. We'll see what happens. I'm going to give her a few more minutes, but that would be like kind of the perfect ending to it, and just keep it like that. That's so that's Angela Knight. So follow her. I guess we can end it here. If she doesn't come back on, this would kind of be great. because we got everything we really needed to talk about to get a story going. We're going to make a fucking shit about this. So everyone be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for more content about this. So Mall World is Portland, fucking Oregon. The mall is Lloyd Center. Holy shit. Okay, you guys. That's it. So thanks to everyone for being here. She doesn't have any socials. I'll tag her and on Spotify for her last episode she was on with me, or if you just search the Public Access Podcast and then Angela, it'll pop up and we talk about it there. Find me. I'm on TikTok. I'm talking about this on TikTok at Rusty Diamond Hypnosis. And then check everything else out, rustydiamond.net. Yeah, that's what you need. That'll tell you every fucking thing. So thank you everyone so much for being here on the Rusty Diamond Podcast Network. And that is the show, man.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker. It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.